Hello. Don't mind the attire. This is a work outfit. I'm actually filming this before I leave to go to work, just because I wanted to try to put something out there about this, and I feel as if I don't, then I'm probably going to forget what happened in it. More so, if I forget to make a video soon, I'm probably not going to make one about it, because it was, well, the movie that we're talking about today is Y2K. The lighting in here is also very questionable. I'm so sorry. Y2K is a movie starring a few people you may have heard of before. We have Rachel Ziegler. We have Jaden Martell. We have the kid Leroy. And most importantly, we have Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit. So folks, yes, we were in for a time with this one. Was it a time that I enjoyed? Not really. Is it a time that I may put on in the background of a New Year's party if I ever have one? Maybe, yeah. I think it's that kind of movie. It may work a lot better for some people than other people. Why I think it didn't really hit well for me is because I'm not really a horror comedy person. I really do prefer horror, like psychological horror and really in-depth, gritty horror. This movie was not that, and that's fine. I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. Some people may definitely think it's better than that, and that's great. I'm so glad that there are movies out there for so many different varieties of people. However, if you're looking for my opinion, it didn't really hit for me. Like I said, it was a 2 out of 5 stars. I didn't walk out. I was falling asleep during it a little bit, but I'm not going to put that completely on the movie. To be fair, I did work before that, and then I went to go see the movie. However, it was also just a little bit boring for me. If I'm just giving a general rundown, trying to do without spoilers, essentially this movie is about Y2K. It is about in 1999, December 31st, 1999, going into January 1st of the year 2000. This is a jump that people hadn't, in that lifetime, hadn't really made before, going into the next 1000, changing the entirety of the digits of numbers in the date. And around that time, people were getting scared that something may happen with technology, since how would the technology net hasn't been programmed to go to the year 2000? It's only programmed to 1999. This movie is essentially if those fears were to come true. In an exacerbated way, I think. In an exacerbated way. I don't want to give out too much yet, even though, to be honest, I don't have too many strong opinions on this piece. So given that, I may honestly kind of breeze through even when we do the spoilers. But yes, so everything kind of goes to complete shit when the new year strikes. The film focuses primarily on two boys, two best friends, who are trying to figure out what they want to do this New Year's. The one boy, played by Jaden Martell, is trying to essentially woo his crush. And by woo his crush, I mean he doesn't really do much. But regardless, the girl kisses somebody else, and that's when things start to go to shit, because obviously they kissed when it struck 12, and now it's the new year. So that, just follows their journey, kind of conquering the issues that are popping up along the way, so to speak. And yeah, shit goes down. But at the end, everything is fine, I guess. Except for, lives lost. So from here on, there's going to be spoilers, just so I can get out my, general opinions without any sort of blockage. Y2K was not impressive to me. I thought that the story was very minimal, very basic. Again, which is fine. This is just not the kind of movie that I would enjoy watching. However, I'm making a concerted effort to step out of my comfort zone and try movies that may not be my typical genre or not my typical niche, because obviously horror is my genre, but I've been so stuck in just the horror that I haven't really been watching much else, like my pure psychological horror. I haven't watched much else, and I want to start giving things a try. So even if I'm not going to particularly enjoy them right out of the gate, or I may, have that thought that I'm not going to enjoy it automatically out of the gate, at least I'm getting out there and trying. And I was hoping that my initial was going to be wrong about this going in. But when I came out, I found that I was unfortunately correct of what my own opinions would be. The monsters in this, which were just amalgamations of different pieces of technology that they were kind of grabbing and putting together, like the robots were grabbing them and putting them together, and having one main motherboard, like sort of thing, based in the school. Like it was funny, I suppose. Why did my cat just rip one of my stuffed animals off of the shelf? Yeah, so I mean, it was an interesting choice. It wasn't an unheard of concept. It reminded me of Flowey from Undertale, if that makes sense. The characters, I was not really attached to any of them particularly. That's why I cannot remember their names, I know, and I'm sorry about that. Even every time I read them, I'm like, okay, and then it goes off of my brain. It just goes away. And I think that the actors who were in it, they did what they could with what they were given. That's one thing I will say. The characters all played their character tropes very well. So props to everyone who was in it. Good on y'all. Good on y'all. What I will also say is that having Fred Durst in there was a interesting choice. But honestly, I think that he was needed in a way. I did think that he was gonna be killed off at a certain point, but nope, he is there. He is there and he cares. Props to him, But yeah, so I think I'll kind of probably leave it at that, because I don't really have too many thoughts on this movie. It has to be in like the bottom tier of horror films that I've seen this year, which is not surprising to me. Okay, so now I've kind of given my thoughts. I would love to hear yours if you saw it or if you're going to see it. If you don't have like a pass, or you don't have like a group of friends that you would go see it with, I would probably say to wait until it comes out on streaming. Unless it seems like something that you would be interested in which case definitely go out and support it, because it is still, it's a very interesting film. It's an interestingly made film, in some ways. It provides something that I think will hit for some people and not hit for other people. Given that, I am going to be sad, because I guess I should start properly getting ready for work. Thanks for hanging out with me for a few minutes. This is just another stream of consciousness. All right. Thanks.